Welcome to the Mark Zuckerberg module for the Modern Entrepreneur's Success Stories series. By the end of this module, you will learn a brief biography of Mark Zuckerberg and identify how he took his first steps towards success. Learn some curious facts about Mark Zuckerberg. Identify 5 leadership lessons from him. Learn from some of his inspiring thoughts and from his success. What do you know about Mark Zuckerberg? Let's go through the key highlights of his life. Mark Zuckerberg was born on May 14, 1984, in New York, USA. In 1996, at the age of 12, he used Atari Basic to create a messaging program he named ZuckNet. His father used the program in his dental office so that the receptionist could inform him of a new patient without yelling across the room. In 2002, under the company name Intelligent Media Group, he built a music player called the Snaps Music Player that used machine learning to learn the user's listening habits. Zuckerberg enrolled at Harvard University in 2003, and in 2004, he made a new website called thefacebook.com. In 2005, Excel Partners, a company dealing in growth equities, funded Facebook with $12.7 million. Facebook had its initial public offering in 2012, which raised $16 billion, making it the biggest internet IPO in history. Mark Zuckerberg always says that the secret of his success is not being afraid of making mistakes. He doesn't hesitate in trying things that might fail and being criticized if everything doesn't go as planned. Don't avoid mistakes. You'll make a ton. Just learn quickly, keep moving forward and running through walls. Mark Zuckerberg. What about you? Do you learn from your mistakes? Here are some curious facts to learn more about Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg took a computer graduate class at the nearby Mercy College while still in high school. His parents even hired a computer tutor to work with the young Zuckerberg, but the tutor admitted that it quickly became difficult to stay ahead of his pupil, referring to him as a prodigy. He was approached by several companies with job offers, including AOL and Microsoft, before he even graduated high school, but Zuckerberg turned them all down. Early on, many companies like Yahoo and MTV Networks approached Zuckerberg in hopes of advertising on Facebook, but Zuckerberg turned them down, not wanting to sell out. In September 2016, Zuckerberg and Chan announced that the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative, or CZI, the company into which they would put their Facebook shares, would invest at least $3 billion into scientific research over the next decade to help cure, prevent, and manage all diseases in our children's lifetime. Mark Zuckerberg can teach us a lot about his leadership style. 5 of these lessons can be summarized under these P words. Passion. The most successful entrepreneurs share the same trait. They are passionate about what they do. Zuckerberg has always been fascinated by building systems that connect people. His passion was always to make the world more open, sometimes radically so. Purpose. The really great companies have a sense of purpose at the root of all that they do, from hiring employees to attracting the right investors, to their marketing and their customer service. People. Get the right people on board and wrong people off the bus. And where possible, hire for attitude, not skills. Skills can be taught, passion can't. Product. Zuckerberg's complete belief in his product has also given him the strength to persevere with some of the most unpopular changes in the face of huge opposition, even within his own company. Partnership. No business leader can run a company all by themselves. Success is a team sport. Great leaders recognize their own weaknesses as much as their strengths and bring in the right people in the form of partnerships that drive success. Zuckerberg has emerged as a major philanthropist, making a succession of large gifts in recent years. He started selling Facebook shares worth nearly $95 million before taxes, quickly after pledging to give 99% of them to public interest causes. In 2015, Zuckerberg launched the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative, whose initial focus areas are personalized learning, curing disease, connecting people, and building strong communities. It's worth analyzing some great quotes from great thinkers like Mark Zuckerberg. 1. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. The lesson from this quote is to act and not fear failure. Because if you don't act due to fear of risking, then you are losing out on the returns you may get if you overcome the risks. 2. The question I ask myself almost every day is, am I doing the most important thing I could be doing? This quote gives us insights into how he motivates himself and prioritizes tasks. Daily questioning whether he is doing the most important thing he can do helps him to define his purpose, motivate himself to work towards his purpose, and then prioritize by doing the right things. 3. Facebook was not originally created to be a company. It was built to accomplish a social mission, to make the world more open and connected. Every product has a clear purpose that answers why the product exists. For all budding entrepreneurs, it is necessary to define this why. This quote clarifies that Mark always had a clear purpose for his product, Facebook. It is this purpose that is still fueling Facebook's growth. 4. Move fast and break things. Unless you are breaking stuff, you are not moving fast enough. Once again, this quote symbolizes that Mark believes in taking action, rather than sitting idle and accepting the status quo. This quote asks us to break or question the status quo, to find new answers and solutions to problems. 5. I think a simple rule of business is, if you do the things that are easier first, then you can actually make a lot of progress. When building a product, most entrepreneurs aim big and try to solve the most difficult problems in their first product iteration or development. Such an approach works if they find a solution, but if they fail and give up, then they don't make any progress. To overcome such failures, Mark recommends solving small and easier problems first and making some progress, instead of making zero progress by being stuck with the most difficult problem. Here are a few lessons we can learn from Mark Zuckerberg's journey. Take risks and dare to make mistakes. Passion fuels perseverance. Great companies don't just create great products, they create movements. Get the right people on board and the wrong people off the bus. Establish a culture that welcomes innovation. The right partnership of imagination and execution is at the heart of a successful company. Congratulations! You've completed the Mark Zuckerberg module from the Modern Entrepreneur's Success Stories series. Be sure to check out the other modules in the series.